Debbie Samuels here with Daily Hope, 1 Corinthians 10:5. I heard from a family member about a blow-up between another family member, and I was called for advice on how to handle the situation. My first reaction came directly from my flesh. I wanted to call the other family member and let them have it. I was angry and wanted them to know. If I would have called, I would have created more problems than good. Today's verse says, "We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God. And we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ." Paul wrote this to the church in Corinth and to address false teachings they received that would have led them further from God. Paul is instructing them to do two things. The first one is to take captive every thought. Number two, make their thoughts obedient to Christ. What are your thoughts influenced by? The argument between one family member and another influenced my thoughts. I heard one side of the story and decided I could be the voice of God without really listening to what God was saying to me or hearing how God wanted me to respond to either side. I am grateful I chose to take some time to hear from my father before I spoke. The first thing I needed to do was to take it captive, which means to bring it under control. Either we can control our thoughts or our thoughts can control us. Taking our thoughts captive means not allowing each thought to quickly control our beliefs, our actions, and our emotions. Just because we think, it does not mean we need to respond. This will give us time to pray, clear our emotions, and respond in love and truth. Then we look at each thought and see if it aligns with God's truth or not. Here, we become obedient to Christ by removing the thoughts that are not His truth and replacing it with those that are. To keep our thoughts captive and be obedient to Him, here's a few things to pray for. Pray for discernment. Ask God to reveal when a negative thought must be released. Then ask Him to help you reject that thought so it won't become true to you. Sometimes believing a lie can be a lot easier than seeking the truth. Finally, ask God to replace the lie with His truth. This is why it is so important to be in God's Word, so we know the truth, which can set us free. I hope this will encourage you today to replace some of the lies with God's truth. Have a blessed day.